Re-ranking the class of 2022's best, and the Peach State is about to crown its best with the Georgia high school playoffs getting underway. Cory, McCartney, along with PBR Georgia's Phil Kerber, as we take three cuts. Phil, welcome back in.
Thanks for having me, Cory. It's an exciting time in the state.
So let's start off with those updated class of 2022 rankings, where, of course, the guy who's on top in the state is the guy that everybody else in the country is looking up to.
Yeah, that would be Termarr Johnson. Just incredible bat. That's the thing. He can flat out hit. He can flat out hit just about anybody. It's just incredible. And, really close behind him, though, are two other guys that, they're kind of jockeying for that number 2-3 position is Druw Jones, who moves up to number 2 in the state. And, don't really need to say much about Druw. I think everybody knows who he is and what he's capable of doing. And then Lesko, who drops one spot in the state, dropped a couple spots nationally. Unfortunately, pitched his last game of the spring season a couple weeks ago, had an injury come up, hasn't pitched since then, but still it's a 97 mile per hour fastball with easily the best changeup in the draft. I don't even think it compares to any college prospect or any other high school prospect. So he's still one of the best arms in the country.
Well, meanwhile, the GHSA playoffs are set to begin. Give us your breakdown in those storylines from across the classifications that you're watching.
Yeah, I'm just going to run it down 7A all the way down to 1A. I'm starting in 7A, Parkview. They enter as the number 1 team in the class. They were our preseason number 1. They finished the regular season there. They're going for their 4th consecutive state championship, which is just incredible to say out loud. And I think they have the best chance to do it. And the team is just loaded from top to bottom. It's just going to be, are they going to play consistently throughout the playoffs? Down in 6A, 6A is blown wide open the past few weeks. Buford was at the top there, but around the time when Lesko came out, they kind of faltered, and that's opened it up for Houston County to move up to number 1. Alatoona was playing really well. Evans, who I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I believe they won their first region title in 20 years this year. So they're looking real good. Anybody, I think, can take that class right now. 5A, Cartersville at the top. North Springs has been playing really consistent. Loganville's always going to be dangerous, but the team I'm keeping an eye on, Blessed Trinity. They've gotten hot as of late, and we know they've got the arms, they've got the bats. Let's see what they can do in the playoffs. 4A, it's going to come down to one team, North Oconee. Can anybody stop them? One loss on the year, 26-1 or 29-1, something crazy like that. It's just, we've talked about them. They are an incredible pitching staff, and they've got the hitting to go along with it. 3A, that one's going to be a dogfight. Pierce, Pike, that'd be an awesome state championship, but they've also got to go through some tough competition to get there. There's Cherokee Bluff hanging out. There's just a lot of tough competition down there. Mary Pearson's could definitely make a run, so that'll be a fun one to watch. 2A, Pace Academy made a huge statement last week by taking the region from Lovett. It took 2 out of 3 from them. Can they keep it going? They're led by RJ Austin, who's one of the premier prospects in the country, really. So, can he lead them to the state championship there? 1A Public, you got Charlton, Irwin, Wilcox all at the top. They're very strong. But I promised myself I wouldn't make the same mistake as last year. Watch out for Metter. They got the 1 seed. They're looking good. And then 1A Private, it's been all about Mount Perrin. Can anybody catch them? You've got Wesleyan, Fellowship Christian, Savannah Christian. They're all kind of waiting in the wings there, but do they have enough to take down Mount Perrin?
Okay, so you've given us your previews, and maybe some agree, some think that you don't have any clue what you're talking about. But the good news for both camps is that they can get out there and see how they stack up against everybody else for the first ever PBR Georgia Bracket Challenge. How's this going to work?
Yes, the PBR Georgia Bracket Challenge. We create all 8 classifications, 8 brackets. We've got them hosted on a website. If you go to pbrgeorgia.com or our Twitter, Instagram at PBR Georgia, there's an article there that breaks down what it is, how to enter, how to fill it out. And the thing to remember is you have to fill out all 8 brackets. We're taking the cumulative point total from all 8 brackets as our winner. The winner's going to get some cool PBR gear. 7A to 4A brackets need to be in by 1 o'clock on Wednesday. And then the 3A to 1A in by 1 o'clock on Friday. So that's just before all the playoff action kicks off in all those classifications. And come prove me wrong, so that high school baseball better than me. You can chirp me on Twitter, Instagram, what have you, whatever. Let's have some fun with it.
Yeah, so everyone can head over again to the PBR Georgia homepage. If you go to PBR Georgia Twitter account, It's actually pinned to the top. So you gave them a little bit of help with, what you think things are going to sort out at. But I'm asking you now to give us one lock of a team that's absolutely going to be in a final. Is it going to be Parkview? Is it North Oconee, Mount Perrin? Who's an absolute lock that people can pencil in their brackets to make it to the finals?
Oh man, I feel like the coaches aren't gonna like me doing this, but I'm going North Oconee. Let's put that one in pen.
All right, there you go. Hey, you got to give him a little bit of a head start there.
Yeah.
So he's Phil Kerber on Twitter at Phil Kerber PBR. Phil, thanks as always, and we'll see you on the diamond.